The unsolved mystery of Ronaldo's 1998 World Cup final. It's the biggest game in football history, and Ronaldo, the best player in the world, is mysteriously left off Brazil's team sheet. Why? July 12, 1998, Paris. It's the biggest sporting event in the world, with host France up against tournament favorites Brazil in the World Cup final. In a squad full of stars, Ronaldo is Brazil's brightest. With the potential 120 minutes at his disposal, the skilled number 9 has his eye on the golden boot. And yet, against all reasoning, his name was absent from the team sheet. Immediately, there were wild speculations as the media desperately tried to find out why the world's best player was set to miss the biggest game of his career. There were rumors his knee injury had worsened, and, more worryingly, that he'd suffered a seizure. Then, all of a sudden, a new team sheet appeared, with Ronaldo's name in Edmundo's place. Ronaldo underperformed, as France won 3-0, the biggest defeat in Brazil's World Cup history at the time. What really happened that day is perhaps the most fascinating story in football history. Sometime after lunch on the day of the final, Ronaldo suffered a severe fit while at the team hotel. His whole body convulsed violently and he began frothing at the mouth. Roberto Carlos screamed for help, which brought teammates Edmundo and Cesar Sampaio scrambling into the room. The latter administered first aid and dislodged Ronaldo's tongue to prevent him from swallowing it. Ronaldo then fell asleep as the medical team arrived. Team Dr. Lidio Toledo supposedly wept as he left the room, believing the situation to be potentially serious. When Ronaldo woke up, none of his teammates told him what had happened. However, after it became obvious that he was subdued and troubled by something, Toledo revealed all before whisking him away for neurological and cardiac tests. When the test came back all clear, Ronaldo was reinstated into the team at the last moment, despite opposition from some teammates. The main conspiracy theory is that sponsors Nike forced Ronaldo's inclusion. There had long been a feeling that the sportswear company's £105 million sponsorship deal had earned them too much control over the team's management. Some even claimed that there was a clause in the contract and that Brazil were obligated to play Ronaldo, one of Nike's biggest stars, as long as he was ruled fit. Another theory is that the episode was a result of intense stress or a medical condition that Ronaldo had kept secret all his life. Roberto Carlos said that during the latter stages of the tournament, he frequently caught his roommate sobbing. During the 2002 World Cup, Pelé said that Ronaldo's form was more about his mind than his body, which many took as a reference to the final in Paris. Others say Ronaldo reacted badly to an injection in his knee. Some even speculated that he had somehow been poisoned. Rumors also circulated that it was Ronaldo's job to mark Zinedine Zidane at corners. Both of Zizou's goals in the final came from corners, and that his situation was part of a bigger fix involving FIFA and an £18 million bribe. This is by far the most far-fetched theory, although it included the notion that steps would be taken to ease Brazil's 2002 World Cup campaign, which they won, and that they would be made host within a decade, which of course they were. Ronaldo was even asked about this at the congressional inquiry into the matter. He added that whoever was supposed to be Zidane's marker had not done a very good job. To this day, the full details of the 1998 World Cup final remain unclear. Reflecting on the incident in a new documentary about R9 named Il Fenomeno, Ronaldo says that only now does he realize his seizure was related to mental health. Going into '98, he felt as though he had the world on his shoulders, and at just the age of 22, this proved impossible to cope with. In the documentary, Ronaldo said this about his mental health. It wasn't something really talked about. It wasn't a thing. Nowadays, we talk a lot about the mental health of sports people. In that era, we were gladiators. They threw us into the arena, and let's see who comes out alive. The pressure pushed me even further down. You're so young and you don't know how to manage it. It has a cost. I've learned talking by taking hits. It was hard, but in the end, it was beautiful. The beautiful part, of course, refers to the revenge or retribution Ronaldo exacted at the 2002 World Cup in Japan and South Korea. Sporting his iconic triangular haircut, Ronaldo had barely played in the run-up to the tournament due to ongoing career-threatening knee injuries. The hair, he says, was a way to distract the media from talking about his knee. That wasn't the only thing that distracted him, with the striker scoring goals for fun at the tournament. Ronaldo made the tournament his own personal redemption arc, finishing Japan and South Korea on 8 goals, the most scored in a single World Cup tournament since Mexico 1970. That included both goals in the final, as Brazil triumphed 2-0 over Germany to claim a record 5th World Cup for the Seleção. Ronaldo has spoken of winning the 2002 World Cup as his own personal obsession. I used to visualize the trophy in front of my eyes and imagine what a wonderful feeling it must be to hold it up in the air. It was a fabulous feeling actually to hold it in my hands and kiss it. Spurred on by the misery of 1998, he was finally able to make good on his dream.